The year was 2004, a simpler time really. Tim's was still serving good food,
with a coffee and donut just $5.59.
and controversy dominated the Stanley Cup Finals. There was also a young kid out of Cole Harbour who was tearing up Canadian junior hockey. So much so that he got an incredibly prestigious nickname given to him, the Next One. The name is clearly in reference to Wayne Gretzky's nickname, the Great One. How did a young Sidney Crosby react to this intense pressure from his expectations?
I eat, sleep, and drink hockey. I mean, it's amazing. It's my life pretty much.
Well, how did that kid handle the pressure? He did pretty well, I'd say.
Welcome to the Crosby Show, Canada.
Yeah, he turned out alright. But now Crosby is approaching 37 years of age, and the rules dictate that Father Time should be catching up to him. After all, it happened to his team. The once unstoppable core fell after losing one too many nuts and bolts that kept the parts in place, and some areas of the team just completely rusting. But for Sid, the dominant run isn't over. After winning 2 Conn Smythes, 2 Art Rosses, 2 Rocket Richards, and 2 Hart trophies, the 36-year-old forward is not done terrorizing the league. This season, he has put up 28 goals and 24 assists for 52 points in 49 games. It's not the craziest Crosby season in terms of points, as it's about a 0.2 point per game drop-off from his career average, falling from 1.25 to 1.06. With these point per game totals in mind, let's see how he fares against the peers that he has been compared to his entire career. Ovechkin, Crosby's most popular parable since both of their entrances into the league, has seen his point per game production fall from a career average of 1.1 to a measly 0.75. Crosby's partner in crime, Malkin, has too dealt with a harsh drop-off in the point per game department, going from 1.15 to 0.83. Now all 3 of these guys have seen harsh drop-offs in their point production. Where Crosby is still shining though, is in the goal production, with him still putting up 0.57 goals per game, while the others lag far behind at 0.27 and 0.33 respectively. This consistent goal production from Crosby this season points to the idea that he seems to not age at the regular bell curve his peers and many other players before him age at. Now how does he do it? Well, one uninformed guess could be that with age, Sidney has neglected to throw his body around due to fear of giving himself a nagging injury or cause himself wear and tear on the body. But that is just not true. Crosby has still laid the body at a career average rate, laying 58 hits already this season. Well then, what is it? How can a 36-year-old player be having a season that could rival most players' primes? Well, first off, when we talk about Sidney Crosby, we are not talking about the average NHL player. Since a very young age, he has had the mindset of working hard instilled in him.
The next couple of years are the most important, so I gotta stay level-headed and make sure I focus on the years ahead of me.
That's a 14-year-old Sidney Crosby, already focused on the big goal, making the NHL, while others around him focus on the stresses of becoming high school freshmen. He is thinking about a way bigger picture. Crosby has carried the idea of working insanely hard with him throughout his entire career. In 2018, one of Crosby's biggest foes, Jay Beagle, a center for the Capitals, said that he's made a ton of changes. It's no surprise that if he doesn't like a little part of his game, he's going to come back better next year. Former teammate Brooks Orpik added that he's still the hardest working guy I've ever met. Orpik even went as far to say that I've never seen someone as committed to getting better as him. Now these quotes are quite old, from 2018, so let's analyze where Crosby was in his career. He had already won the Conn Smythe, Rocket Richard, Hart, Ted Lindsay, and Stanley Cup trophies multiple times. Oh, and let's not forget an Olympic gold, which I believe we all remember.
Up with it again. He's on the ice with a Ginlet. A Ginlet. Sidney Crosby, the golden goal!
Despite winning everything that a hockey player could fathomably win, he still has an insatiable drive in him to improve his game. And as we know, Sid has been committed heavily to hockey from an unprecedented age. So it's safe to say that his mindset has not faltered since 2018. Crosby's constant push to improve is not the only thing that is assisting his longevity though. His incredible hockey mind is one of the biggest impacts. Crosby was never that guy that beat you with over-the-top fancy dekes that we see from the likes of Trevor Zegras and Mitch Marner. Instead, he makes incredibly smart plays with his hockey mind, which I believe to be the greatest hockey mind of all time. Let's analyze one of Crosby's goals to see what I'm really talking about here. On this play, we see the Montreal defender behind his own net, and when Crosby realizes the defender is being indecisive on moving the puck, he pounces on him and quickly chases him out from behind the net, forcing a turnover. Now, having an obvious scoring chance, Crosby could easily put this puck on net, but instead he notices the support he gets from his teammates, and so when every Montreal player is expecting him to shoot the puck, he sends a quick pass to his teammate at the hash marks. This allows Crosby's teammate to have more time and space to shoot than he did being right in front of the net. The shot results in a massive rebound, and Crosby eventually chips it over Montembeault. This kind of high-level decision-making is just a blurb out of the entire book of Crosby's career. It's this kind of high-level decision-making that has allowed Crosby such great longevity, as even though other areas of his game have fallen, if he still has that mind, he can outsmart just about any NHL player he goes up against. Anyway, Crosby is 100% one of the greatest players of all time, winning everything a player could and putting up the career stats to boot. And the longevity just adds to his storybook of a career. No matter how long he keeps it up, the Hall has a spot carved out for him whenever he feels like hanging up the skates. I, for one, am excited to see how long he can keep up this train of dominance, as being able to watch a player dominate to that level is such a treat. Anyways, thank you all for watching this video, and I hope to see you later.